Hello everyone, welcome back to the Goody Life, where life is good and everything is great. I am Dr. Goody and today I'm super excited to do this video. We are at hotel. It's so beautiful over here. Everything is made out of ice. The room that we're going to be sleeping in is completely made out of ice. So I'm so excited to do this video. IceHotel is in Sweden, but as you saw last week, my video was in Stockholm, Sweden, and that's the capital. But from there, we took a flight for about an hour and 20 minutes, and we ended up in this small town called Kiruna. And from Kiruna, we got onto a bus, and we drove about 20 to 30 minutes into Jukkasjarvi. It's very beautiful. The place is like extremely different from anything I have seen, but we love it. My husband and I, we're here, we're having a great time, and I'm so excited to do this video for you guys and show you guys what all of the wonderful this town has to offer and what also is in IceHotel. So before I get started and move into IceHotel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below, guys. Also, make sure you watch the video all the way to the end because you don't want to miss out on the fun activities we did while we were staying in IceHotel. So now here we are, we're walking through IceHotel. This is like a hallway where you can sit down, and then that's the ceremony hall where you can have weddings, parties, and different things people come to IceHotel to have. I do want to point out that IceHotel is an art museum in the day, and people are allowed to come and just tour it in the daytime, and then it closes off at 6 p.m. and that's for like people like us. We spend the night, so then we get to stay in the ice room. As we're gonna do this walkthrough, I won't be talking through all of the video, so because I want you guys to enjoy it. So as you guys are gonna be going through the different rooms, there's different artists that did their work in each room. They create their own art, and there's different types of room. Like the room that we stayed in is called an art suite, and that's a bit more artistic. And then they have the regular room, which is just made out of ice. So either way, they're all nice and they're all different and unique. So enjoy the walkthrough of IceHotel. Before we move right into all the rooms, this particular spot is called the Winter IceHotel, and this whole IceHotel actually that we're in here right now melts out by summertime. They do have another half which is called IceHotel 365, and that's there all year around, and people can come and still stay there and have the same experience during summertime. But these particular wings that we're going to be walking through, seeing all the different ice rooms, these will be melted out by summertime. Here we are approaching the art suite we stayed in. This room was designed by two artists. They are husband and wife, and they call the room the Sixth Feeling. And since we are here, let me tell you guys a little bit about our experience and what it's like staying in the ice room. So we have never done something like this, and just as many people that was there also, we were all kind of nervous and not know what to expect, especially when they told us the only thing you can sleep in is your thermals and a sleeping bag, and that should keep you warm enough. So that created a little bit of concern, like, is this going to really work because it's -5 degrees? But once we got in and once we got all relaxed and comfortable and start enjoying the environment and the moment, it really was warm. And a lot of time though, I think for some people, they don't even spend a full night, because even while we were staying there, I think a lot of people didn't stay through the whole night. So if you were able to survive and spend a whole night in one of these rooms, you do get a diploma. Luckily for us, we did make it through the night. And then the next day, we also got a diploma for spending the night. So what an experience. If you haven't done it before, I highly recommend try it out. Continue enjoying the rest of the rooms, and I'll be back in a bit. So here we are opening the back door and we're walking out, and all this snow that you're seeing here, this is the river Torne, and it's fully covered in snow. And this later on we're going to do a snowmobile tour where we drive across this river. That egg right there is a spa which you can rent if you're staying here to spend a couple hours at. As you guys are looking through this video, I do want to say this. This has been one of the most amazing vacation we have taken. I have traveled many countries, and I have never ever experienced something like this. It was one of the most beautiful place I have ever been in, stayed in, and I really loved everything about Jukkasjarvi. I do want to say on a side note though, I love everywhere I go, but in the moment that I'm making this video and I'm thinking about it, and while I was there, it really felt like one of the most beautiful place we have been to and seen. Just the experience was very different from many other places we have gone to before. So the same day we checked in at IceHotel, we also booked an evening snowmobile tour. One thing I liked about how IceHotel was really structured, they actually had a meeting point where we all meet up for all our activities. So that's where we met up, and we met our tour guides, and they took us over to the snowmobile. We thought that they were gonna drive us, and we came to find out, no, we're gonna be our own driver. But of course, my husband took charge, and being the hero that he is for me, he drove us through the whole thing. So it was a 3-hour tour, and we drove about 1.5 to 2 hours looking for Northern Light. And right after that, we came back to this wooden cabin, and that's where the tour guide lit a fire, and he had a beautiful dinner for us, moose soup, along with lingonberry juice, and it's so cold there, so that warm lingonberry juice really felt good. He also had this yummy, delicious cake. I don't know what it was, but I don't remember the name of it, but we had that for dessert. We didn't see any Northern Lights, but we really enjoyed the time there, and Also, I have a little bit of a recording where the tour guide talk about what he made. So I'll let him do that. So we have here with us Simon, and he's gonna tell us what we're having.
Oh yeah. So for main course, we had a moose stew, a version of a goulash soup. Very hot, very good, right? We had some hot lingonberry juice. As you can see, it's very steamy. Hot.
Nice.
And here we got some traditional Swedish coffee, which I keep in a pouch looking just like this.
Alright.
You wanna smell it?
Sure. Oh, smells, yeah. Thank you.
And outside you have a winter wonderland. Look at that.
Yeah, the light will just come. Wow, it's so beautiful outside too. Thank you. The lantern.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Simon. And then right after we finished up with dinner, we got on the snowmobile and we head back to IceHotel. So the next day, we booked a reindeer tour, which was about a mile away. It was the opposite end of town. So we got all dressed up in our snow gear and we head out to walk the mile to get to where the tour place was, just to get an opportunity to check out the town and what it looks like. So we saw all the different homes, which was of different colors, where the locals were living. They had a grocery store. And one thing I want to point out, because it's snowing right now as we were walking, and I have seen snow in many different parts of the US where we're staying at, but out here in the Laplands, the snow was completely different. It felt so powdery, so soft. It was a really good feel to it. And I know back home in the US, I don't like to play snowball because if I throw it, it hurts. But here it was so powdery that you can just grab it and throw it or blow it. It was really nice. So finally, after a mile, we got there. So here we are, we got some reindeer food and we went over and we got a chance to feed the reindeers. It was so cool because you can stay as long as you want to once you buy the tour tickets to feed the reindeers. We didn't stay too long, but we stayed enough to have fun, and then we went back over to have lunch. So right at the tour, they had another big wooden cabin where they had lunch. So as we're entering, you can see they have this big fire going and they were making the meals right there. And that's where I'll actually give it over to the tour guide because she's going to tell us what we're having for lunch.
Yeah, so this is the sobas. So first it's lightly salted and then pre-smoked. And then our chef is cooking it over the fire. The beautiful wild meat.
I do want to say we are very adventurous, and not only by trying adventurous activities, but wherever we go, we like to try their local cuisines also. And as we finished with lunch, I also met a new friend, and right after that, we head back to IceHotel. So we're back at IceHotel, and this is the entrance of IceHotel 365. So this is where you can stay all year round or get a room even during summer. But as we're entering, this is the ice bar. Of course, everything is made out of ice here. So is the bar also. And as we're walking through, we're getting to the bar where the bartender is. All the glasses were made out of ice. So even when we had our drinks in our glass, they were ice. And here we are at the bartender, and he's gonna tell us about the drink that he's making. Got the drink from him. We sat down and we enjoyed our drink. So here we are at IceHotel restaurant, and they only had one restaurant, so that's where you can have your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we had breakfast here every morning, and one of my favorite breakfasts was the pancakes with the creme fraiche cream. It was so yummylicious. They also had a 5-course menu, which is like a fancy dinner that we did while we were there. It was pretty pricey, but I guess it's a once in a lifetime when you go to these places, and a once in a while opportunity. So we did it and we enjoyed the experience. Last but not least, you guys already saw what IceHotel was, what are some of the fun activities we did. But also, for those of you who may not want to stay in an ice room, the IceHotel also have these warm rooms, these warm cabins, and we spent one night in the warm room. And it is so cozy, so warm. It's very big and spacious. Even the floor was very warm, especially when you're coming in from outside where it's freezing. It feels really good coming into the warm room. I actually really enjoyed spending a night in the warm room. So there you had it, guys, our wonderful trip in Jukkasjarvi. We had such an amazing and phenomenal time over here staying in the warm hotel, the IceHotel. I hope you guys really like this video that we put together for you. And if you are planning a trip to the IceHotel and you have any questions or what to do or tours and things like that, feel free to message me on my Insta or my Facebook, and I will respond back with all the details and all the things we did and how we planned it out, and hopefully you can find that helpful. Now, if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe bell below. Also like, comment, and share. See you all in the next video. Bye for now.